Hello students, in the last class we completed the fourth colligative property which is known as a osmotic pressure. Okay, now in this today's lecture, that is the lecture number 14, this is the last lecture of the solution chapter. Now in this class we are going to discuss some problems regarding the osmotic pressure. Okay, now the question number 99. Calculate the osmotic pressure of 0.1 molar solution of a urea at 27 degrees Celsius. First of all, what is the temperature is given here? 27 degrees Celsius. Now it is converted into Kelvin by adding 273. So the temperature will be 300 Kelvin. And what is the concentration here? Molarity 0.1 molar. Okay. Now what is the iota, that is a Vanta factor corresponding to the urea? It is 1 because urea is a non-electrolyte. Urea is a non-electrolyte. For a non-electrolyte solutes, the Vanta factor iota is considered as a unity. Now in the last class, I derived one equation regarding the osmotic pressure, that is the pi is equal to ICRT. So this is the equation which is used to calculate the osmotic pressure. Okay, now iota value unity, concentration of a solution 0.1 molar. Here the concentration corresponding to molarity. Okay, R is a universal gas constant. Here the solution constant which is nothing but 0.0821 liter atmosphere mole inverse and Kelvin inverse. And next to temperature value given here 300 kelvins. Temperature value given here 300 kelvins. So from here the osmotic pressure pi value equal to 2.463 atm. Okay, next question number 100. According to question number 100, find the osmotic pressure of 5% W by V glucose solution at 300 Kelvin. What is the meaning of a 5% W by V glucose? That means 5 grams of glucose, 5 grams of a glucose is present in 100 ml solution, is present in 100 ml solution. Do you know the molecular formula of a glucose? C6H12O6. And what about the molar mass of a glucose? That will be 180 gram per mole. Yes or no? Now first of all I am trying to calculating the molarity, concentration, given mass 5 grams divided by molar mass 180 into 1000 divided by volume of a solution, that will be 100 ml. Whenever percentage is given, we have to consider the 100 ml of a solution. So the molarity value 5 by 18 moles per liter. Okay. Again the iota value equal to 1 because similarly in the previous question urea, here the glucose, both are non-electrolytes. So directly I am writing osmotic pressure pi is equal to ICRT or ICST. Okay. Now here osmotic pressure iota value 1, concentration just now we calculated 5 by 18. What is the R value? 0.0821 liter atm per mole per Kelvin, and the temperature is given in the question, that will be 300 Kelvin. That will be what? 300 Kelvin. So finally 6.84 atm is the osmotic pressure. Okay. Now question number 101. In the question number 101, a solution is prepared by dissolving the 10 grams of organic compound non-electrolyte in 1 liter solution. At 10 degrees Celsius, osmotic pressure of a solution is 1.18 atm. Then find the molar mass of the organic compound. Okay. Now first of all, how to find the concentration, molarity, given mass? What is the given mass of organic compound? 10 grams divided by molecular weight, we don't know, that is to be calculated, into 1 by volume of a solution in liters, so that is the 1 liter. So the molarity of the solution will be 10 upon molecular weight. Yes or no? And it is a non-electrolyte, that's why the iota value is a unity. Iota value is 1. Okay. Now come to formula. Osmotic pressure pi is equal to ICRT or ICST. Okay. Now here, what is the osmotic pressure given in the question? 1.18 atmosphere, which is equal to iota 1, and concentration value 10 upon molecular weight. What is the R value? That is 0.0821 into the temperature value 10 degrees, 10 plus 273, that is the 283 Kelvin. 283 Kelvin. Are you getting my point? From here, the molecular weight of organic compound, which is equal to 196.9, that means approximately 197 gram per mole. 197 gram per mole. This is the molar mass of the organic compound solute. Okay. Now, question number 102. According to question number 102, the blood cells retain their normal shape in the solution of what? Isotonic solutions. The solutions whose osmotic pressure will be same, such solutions are called what? Isotonic solution. We know blood indirectly RBC and 0.91 percentage of W by V NaCl. Both are what? Isotonic solutions. Known as what? Isotonic solutions. Isotonic solutions. The solutions whose osmotic pressure will be same at a constant temperature. Okay. Now 103. A perfectly semi-permeable membrane. What is the definition of a semi-permeable membrane? It is a membrane which allows only solvent molecules to pass through it but not the solute. That means it allows only solvent molecules to pass through it but not the solute. Yes or no? Now the question number 104. Isotonic solutions having what? Same osmotic pressure. Isotonic solutions in the sense same osmotic pressure. When two solutions having the same osmotic pressure, such solutions are known as isotonic solutions. At a given temperature, if two solutions have same osmotic pressure, then they are said to be isotonic solutions. Okay. Now question number 105. 0.1 molar NaCl and 0.1 molar acetic acid are kept in two separate containers. If their osmotic pressures are P1, P2 respectively, then the relation between P1 and P2. Yes. Now, do you know NaCl is a strong electrolyte? What is the meaning of a strong electrolyte? The electrolyte which can 100% completely ionized. Whereas acetic acid, we know acetic acid is a weak acid. Weak acids generally known as a weak electrolyte. Weak electrolytes, what they do? They undergo partial ionization. Partial ionization. Now, here the osmotic pressure pi is equal to IC RT or ST. Temperature is constant, R is constant, and both have the same concentration 0.1 molar. That means CRT constant. That means osmotic pressure directly related with the iota, that is the Van 't Hoff factor. Okay. Do you know NaCl is a strong electrolyte? That's why it completely ionizes. That's why the Van 't Hoff factor for NaCl is more than that of the acetic acid. That is the reason why the osmotic pressure of NaCl will be greater than the osmotic pressure of a acetic acid. Because acetic acid is a weak acid, the extent of ionization of weak electrolyte will be very less, due to which reason the concentration of ions present in the solution will be compared to NaCl will be less. That's why its osmotic pressure is also less. Now, question number 106. What is the volume of a solution containing the 1 gram mole? That means 1 mole of a sugar is given, that will give rise to an osmotic pressure of 1 atm and at 0 degrees Celsius. Osmotic pressure value given 1 atmosphere and the temperature value 0 degrees nothing but 273 Kelvin. number of moles of a solute 1 mole and number of moles of a solute is 1 mole. Now what is the volume of the solution? Yes or no? Now pi is equal to ICRT or ICST. Okay. Now here sugar, it is also non-electrolyte. Sugar is a non-electrolyte, that's why the Van Ta factor iota is taken as a unity. Okay. The atmospheric pressure 1 atmosphere, that is osmotic pressure, iota value 1, concentration value number of moles upon volume of a solution in liters, okay, into R value 0.0821 multiplied by temperature value 273 Kelvin. So after simplification, volume of a solution will be equal to 22.4 liters. Volume of a solution will be equal to what? 22.4 liters. 22.4 liters. Yes or no? So the answer will be the 22.4 liter, D option. Okay. Now question number 107. 0.002 molar solution of NaCl having the degree of dissociation of 90% at 27 degrees Celsius. Find the osmotic pressure. Now first of all, what is the alpha degree of dissociation? 90%. 90% in the sense alpha value 0.9. Do you know how NaCl dissociated in water? As a Na plus ion and a Cl minus ion. That means how many number of ions produces? 2. So what is the iota Van Ta factor? 1 plus alpha into n minus 1. We know degree of ionization or degree of dissociation, alpha and Van Ta factor I relation. Okay. Now iota value equal to 1 plus alpha value 0.9, number of particles 2, 2 minus 1, 1, 1 into 0.9, 0.9, 0.9 plus 1, 1.9. So the iota value 1.9. What is the osmotic pressure? I into C into R into T. Yes or no? Now the osmotic pressure, iota value 1.9. The concentration of sodium chloride is given 0.002 molar, R value 0.0821 into the temperature value 27 degrees, nothing but 300 Kelvin. 300 Kelvin. Yes or no? After simplification of this, you will get the answer 0.094. Just a minute. In here options are given in bar, so that's why what we have to take, we have to consider the R value, we have to consider the gas constant value as a 0.08314 bar liter mole inverse and Kelvin inverse. So we have to change the capital R value because answer will be given in terms of bar. So that's why we have to take 0.08314. So after simplification, you will get the final answer, that is 0.0947 bar. So 0.094 bar. 0.094 bar means option number C option. Okay. Now question number 108. Which of the following is a isotonic solution pair? What is the meaning of isotonic solution? Solutions having the same osmotic pressure. Okay. Now we know what is the formula of a pi is equal to I into C into R into T. Yes or no? So I am writing I1 C1 R constant T constant, I2 C2 R constant T constant. Yes or no? I1 C1 will be equal to what? I1 into C1 equal to I2 into C2. Then the pair of solutions are referred as what? Isotonic solutions. Let's see first option. In the first option, what is the concentration is given? 0.15 molar into NaCl Van Ta factor will be 2. And right hand side 0.1 molar Na2SO4 Van Ta factor will be 3. Okay. Now this will be 0.3 and this will be also 0.3. That means I1 C1, I2 C2 will be equal here. That means first option will be the pair of isotonic solutions. Are you getting my point? If the first option is not equal, that means I1 C1 is not equal to I2 C2, then go for the second, third, fourth options. Yes or no? Now, question number 109. A solution of glucose is isotonic with urea per liter of the solution. That means you have one solution urea and one solution glucose. Yes or no? You have two solutions. 4 grams of urea. Urea weight is given how many grams? Weight of urea given 4 grams. Okay, now what is the weight of a glucose to be calculated? Do you know what is the molar mass of a urea? 60. And what is the molar mass of a glucose? 180. Okay, the volume of a urea solution 1 liter and the glucose solution is also 1 liter, that is the per liter. First of all, I am trying to calculating the weight of the glucose. Do you know for isotonic solutions, the necessary condition osmotic pressure of the two solutions must be same. So in the sense osmotic pressure will be equal to I into C into RT. Temperature I into C into R into T should be equal I into C into R into T. That means here C1, here I am concentration C2. So RT gets cancelled. So I1 into C1 will be equal to I2 into C2. So this is the condition for the isotonic solutions. Here both urea and glucose having the same Vanta factor, that is the iota value 1. That means the concentration should be same, C1 equal to C2. Number of moles upon volume, here number of moles upon volume. In both the cases volume is 1 liter, so directly we are using the number of moles. So number of moles of urea given mass upon molar mass, number of moles of glucose given mass to be calculated and molar mass to be 180. 60 table gets cancelled 3 times. So the weight of glucose will be how many grams? 12 grams. How many grams? 12 grams. But the question is the concentration. The unit will be given in the 8 gram per liter, 12 gram per liter, 4 gram per liter and 14 gram per liter. So solution volume is 1 liter. So concentration I am writing 12 gram per liter. So 12 gram per liter, this is the C option. Yes or no? Now question number 110. The molar mass of a solute X in gram per mole if its 1% solution is isotonic with 5% of cane sugar. So we have two solutions, X solution we have and cane sugar solution we have. X solution, how much of percentage is given? 1% of X solution. Cane sugar is given how much of 5%. That means here weight of X solute will be 1 gram. On the right hand side weight of a cane sugar will be 5 gram. Are you getting my point? And the solution volume is 100 ml. And what is the molar mass of X solute unknown, but molar mass of a cane sugar, do you know molecular formula of a cane sugar? C12H22O11. Otherwise in the question it is given as a molar mass 342. And what is the volume here? 100 ml. Here also percentage means 100 ml. Are you getting my point? So here condition for isotonic solutions pi 1 is equal to pi 2. Yes or no? Next directly we can write the number of moles equal to N1 equal to N2 because here X solute it is also non-electrolyte. In the question X should be non-electrolyte. Then only we can use the Vanta factor iota as a unity. If there is no any information regarding the solute, that means we have to generally consider the Vanta factor as a unity. Okay. So number of moles. So given mass upon molar mass 1 by m1. Given mass 5 upon molar mass 342. From here molar mass of a X solute will be equal to 68.4. Therefore molar mass of X solute equal to 68.4. This will be the first option. Okay. Now question number 111. In the question number 111, 0.004 molar solution of sodium sulfate is isotonic with 0.01 molar solution of a glucose at the same temperature. The apparent degree of dissociation of a sodium sulfate. Yes. Here we have two solutions. The first solution 0.004 molar sodium sulfate and another solution 0.01 molar glucose. Okay. Now here first of all, what is the iota for glucose? I2 value I am taking the unity. Okay. Do you know what is the Vanta factor for sodium sulfate? That is to be calculated. Iota is to be calculated. Okay. Now here condition for isotonic solutions, pi 1 is equal to pi 2. Yes or no? Pi 1 is equal to pi 2. Pi 1 is equal to pi 2, nothing but C1 iota 1 equal to C2 iota 2. Yes or no? Now what is the C1 value? 0.004. Iota value to be calculated. What is the C2? 0.01 and iota value, I2 value here 1. So I1 will be equal to, I1 value will be equal to 1 by 0.4. 1 by 0.4, 10 by 4, 5 by 2, 2.5. After getting the iota value for Na2SO4, how Na2SO4 dissociated in aqueous medium? As a sodium ion, 2 sodium ions and 1 sulfate ion. Yes or no? So total how many ions are producing? 2 cations and 1 anion. So what is the iota formula? Iota is equal to 1 plus alpha into n minus 1. Yes or no? Now what is the iota value here we got? That will be the 2.5. So 2.5 is equal to 1 plus alpha to be calculated n minus 1, 3 minus 1. 3 minus 1 means how much? 2. So 2 into alpha, 2 alpha. 2 alpha will be equal to, that will be 1.5. Alpha value equal to 0.75. In terms of percentage, shall I write the 75%? So this is the degree of dissociation of sodium sulfate, which is 75%. That is the C option. That will be the C option. Okay. Now here question number 112. Ferric chloride on reaction with potassium ferrocyanide. This is what? Potassium ferrocyanide. This is called what? Potassium ferrocyanide. Okay, this is will be in the inorganic chemistry, that is the coordination compounds. We will see the what is the common name and IUPAC name. Okay, in aqueous solution gives blue color. Okay, when these two combine, these two are separated by a semi-permeable membrane AB as shown in the figure due to osmosis. Now in this diagram, on the left hand side container X and the right hand side Y. In between them there is a SPM, that is called semi-permeable membrane. Okay, on the left hand side potassium ferrocyanide is there, on the right hand side ferric chloride is there. Suppose if these two solutions are combined, that means potassium ferrocyanide combining with ferric chloride, then what happens? When these two are mutually combined to give Fe4, FeCN taken 6 taken 3 plus here KCl. For the balancing point of view, here you see total chlorines are 4 3s are 12 and potassiums are 12. Okay, this is called Prussian blue coloration. This is a very important compound regarding the test for nitrogen in the qualitative analysis of organic chemistry. Okay, this is test for nitrogen. The Prussian blue coloration is formed when both the solutions, what happens? They mutually combine with each other. Now the question is, blue coloration will be appeared on the container side X or side Y or in both the containers, otherwise none of the blue coloration form, no blue coloration form. Remember, the SPM only allows solvent molecules to pass through it. Okay, solvent SPM allows solvent to pass through it but not solute. That means solute do not pass through solute do not pass through SPM. Once solute is passed through one container to another container through the semi-permeable membrane, then only the reaction will occur. Remember, solvent can move from left side to right side or right side to left side. Obviously, if you see in the left hand side more concentration because 0.1 molar, on the right hand side concentration will be 0.01 molar. That means right side solution is known as a dilute solution and left side solution is known as a concentrated solution. The inflow of a solvent from a dilute solution to a concentrated solution through the semi-permeable membrane is known as osmosis. Is known as what? Osmosis. Here only solvent molecules can pass through the semi-permeable membrane, but solute molecule do not pass through the semi-permeable membrane. That means here no reaction occurs between the two compounds. That's why no blue coloration appeared in the solution. Are you getting my point? This is very important question. Now question number 113. Question number 113. Now 6 grams of urea, 18 grams of a glucose, 34.2 grams of a sucrose dissolved in 500 ml of a solution at 300 Kelvin. Then calculate the osmotic pressure of the solution. Here actually there are 3 solutes. What is the first solute? Urea. So number of moles of urea, let's suppose N1. Given mass upon molar mass. Do you know molar mass of a urea 60? Now the second one, glucose. Given mass of a glucose 18, molar mass of a glucose 180, again it is 0.1 mole. And third solute will be there, sucrose. Given mass will be 34.2 and molar mass of a sucrose, just now I told you, C12H22O11. So molar mass 342, so number of moles will be 0.1. Okay. Now here, what is the osmotic pressure formula? Pi is equal to I C. Instead of C, concentration, I am writing number of moles upon volume of solution in liter into RT. Okay. Now it is applicable. Now for each solute, for each individual solutions, now first of all I am trying to calculating the osmotic pressure. So pi 1. So iota value 1 because all these 3 solutes non-electrolytes, so iota value is 1 into number of moles 0.1 RT constant, so as it is I am writing. In case of second solution also iota 1 and number of moles 0.1. Okay. Now here now what is the final solution? That will be equal to 500 ml. 500 ml nothing but how many liters? 0.5. So that's why I have to convert the volume into liters. Okay. Now here also 0.5 into RT. And third solution is there whose osmotic pressure pi 3 will be equal to iota 1, number of moles 0.1, volume of solution liter 0.5 into RT. Okay. Now here the total osmotic pressure pi total osmotic pressure after mixing of these 3 solutions will be equal to pi 1 plus pi 2 plus pi 3. Yes or no? So after adding of these 3, so 0.1 by 0.5, 0.1 by 0.5, okay, 0.1 by 0.5 into RT and RT. Are you getting my point? So overall you will have 0.1 plus 0.1 plus 0.1 whole divided by 0.5 and common value will be R and T. So R value we know 0.0821 and the temperature value we know that will be 300 Kelvin. Yes or no? After simplification you will get the total osmotic pressure will be 14.77 atmospheres. 14.77 atmospheres. Okay. Now question number 114. If 200 ml of a 0.1 molar urea solution is mixed with 300 ml of a 0.2 molar glucose solution at 300 Kelvin, then calculate the osmotic pressure of a resulting solution. Yes or no? Here there are 2 solutions given. First solution is given urea, second solution is given glucose. What is the concentration of a urea given? 0.1 molar. And what is the volume of a solution is given? 200 ml. And second solution, glucose concentration 0.2 molar and volume of a solution will be 300 ml. Yes or no? Now here these two solutes are chemically non-reacting. These two solutions or solutes are chemically non-reacting, remember. And one more important thing, these two solutions have Vanta factor iota value equal to 1 because both are non-electrolytes. Okay. Now the resultant osmotic pressure after intermixing of these two solutions will be equal to pi equal to C1V1 plus C2V2 whole divided by what is the total volume after mixing? V1 plus V2. This is the total concentration after intermixing multiplied by R times of temperature. Okay. What is the C1 value? 0.1 molar. Volume will be 200 ml plus C2 will be 0.2 molar. Volume will be 300 ml and total volume will be 200 ml plus 300 ml, that is the 500 ml. Okay. Multiplied by what is the R value? 0.0821 and the temperature value here 300 Kelvin. Okay. So after simplification you will get the 3.94 atmosphere after intermixing of the two solutions. Yes or no? This is the final answer. Now question number 115. If an urea aqueous solution at 500 Kelvin has the osmotic pressure of 2.05 atm and the glucose solution at 300 Kelvin has the osmotic pressure 1.23 atm, if 200 ml of a first solution and 400 ml of a second solution are mixed at 400 Kelvin temperature, then find the osmotic pressure of a resulting solution at 400 Kelvin temperature. Assume molarity is do not depend upon the temperature. Yes or no? First of all, there are two solutions are given, urea given and glucose given. Two solutions are given. First solution urea and second one is the glucose. Urea osmotic pressure is given as a 2.05 atm and glucose osmotic pressure will be given as a 1.23 atm. 1.23 atm. Okay. Now what is the temperature here? That will be 500 Kelvin and glucose temperature will be given as a 300 Kelvin. Okay. Now what is the osmotic pressure formula? Pi is equal to CRT or CST. Yes or no? Now from here what will be the osmotic pressure? Pi 1. Shall I write pi 1? C1 RT, R constant and final temperature T1 I am taking. Okay, because temperature also changes. Here pi 2 will be equal to C2 or T2. What is the concentration here? C1 will be equal to pi 1 upon R T1. What is the pi 1 value? 2.05 atm. R value as it is I am writing and temperature value I am writing 500 Kelvin. On the right hand side T2 will be pi 2. Pi 2 will be 1.23 upon R into T2. R as it is, T2 value I am writing 300 Kelvin. Okay. Now this is the 200 ml solution. This is how many ml of a solution? 200. And right side glucose will be how many ml of a solution? 400 ml of a solution. Yes or no? Now after intermixing, what is the concentration of a final solution? Here in the bracket I written that will be C1 V1 plus C2 V2 upon V1 plus V2. Yes or no? So same concept here I am applying C1 V1 plus C2 V2 upon final volume V1 plus V2. Yes or no? So here C1 that will be the 2.05 by R into 500 into what is the volume here? 200 ml plus C2 that will be 1.23 by R into 300 into V2 that will be the 400 ml whole divided by V1 plus V2 that will be 200 ml plus 400 ml 600 ml. Okay. This is the concentration of the mixture of the solution. Okay. Now finally this is the concentration of what? Mixture. Now osmotic pressure of the mixture will be equal to concentration of the mixture multiplied by R into T. Remember the iota value here unity. Iota value shall I consider unity because both are non-electrolytes. So that's why the osmotic pressure of a mixture will be equal to C mixture into RT. What will be the C mixture value here? Which is equal to 4.1 by 5R plus after simplification 4.92 by 3R into 1 by 600 into R value as it is I am writing, and final temperature of the solution will be the 400 Kelvin. Okay, 400 Kelvin. Okay, after simplification R value we know 0.0821. Okay, so after simplification pi mixture will be equal to 1.64 atm. 1.64 atm. Yes or no? Next, question number 116. In the question number 116, calculate the osmotic pressure of a solution having the 0.1 molar NaCl and 0.2 molar Na2SO4 and 0.5 molar, I think here 0.5 molar Ha. That means a weak electrolyte, that is a weak acid, which is 20% dissociated at 300 Kelvin. Okay, now here three electrolytes are there. The first electrolyte I am taking the sodium chloride. Okay, do you know what is the Vanta factor for sodium chloride? That will be 2. Okay, so pi is equal to ICRT. So I1 I am writing C1RT. Okay, that will be 2 into concentration 0.1 into I am writing RT as it is. Now come to sodium sulfate. The iota value, if it is 100% ionization, that will be 3. So pi 2 will be equal to iota 3, concentration here 0.2 molar into RT. And third solute is there here, weak acid HA. Now HA, how it dissociates in aqueous medium? As a H plus ion and A minus ion. Number of particles in the solution 2. Okay. Now what is the alpha value given? 20%, none, in the sense 0.2. How to find the iota? Iota is equal to 1 plus alpha into n minus 1. Yes or no? Now here iota is equal to 1 plus alpha value 0.2, n value 2, 2 minus 1, 1. So here iota value 1.2. Yes or no? Now the third solution HA, the osmotic pressure pi 3 will be equal to iota 1.2 into its concentration is given 0.5 into RT. So total 3 solutions, we have 3 individual solutions, osmotic pressure pi 1, pi 2 and pi 3. Okay. Now osmotic pressure, the colligative property which depend upon the concentration, number of moles of solute, that's why it is additive property. Pi total will be equal to pi 1 plus pi 2 plus pi 3. Are you getting my point? So 0.2 into RT pi 1 plus 0.6 into RT, that is the pi 2, plus 0.6 into RT, that is the pi 3 value. Okay, so here finally you will get 1.4 RT. So what is the R value here in terms of liter atmosphere? 0.0821 liter atmosphere mole inverse Kelvin inverse, and temperature will be 300 Kelvin. So finally 34.482 atmospheres. This is the total mixture osmotic pressure. Okay. Now question number 117. In the question number 117, 6 grams of acetic acid dissolved in the benzene to make 1 liter solution at 300 Kelvin. Osmotic pressure is found to be 1.64 atm. If acetic acid in benzene forms a dimer, calculate the degree of association of acetic acid, that is called alpha. Okay. Now first of all, what I am trying to calculating the concentration. Concentration is equal to, that is the molarity is equal to given mass 6 grams, molar mass of acetic acid 60 into 1 liter solution. So what is the molarity of a acetic acid? 0.1 molar, and the temperature value given as a 300 Kelvin. Temperature is given as a 300 Kelvin. Now what is the experimental osmotic pressure value given in the question, that will be 1.64 atm. Okay, now what I am trying to calculating osmotic pressure, theoretical or calculated osmotic pressure. This will be the calculated osmotic pressure is equal to pi in is equal to what I am writing here, CRT. I am writing what? CRT. So here actually ICRT, otherwise you can take CRT. Okay, 0.1 concentration, R value 0.0821 into 300. I am without using the Vanta factor iota. Okay, this is the value 2.463 atmosphere. Are you getting my point? Now the experimental colligative property and calculated colligative property should be equal. For the equalizing these two colligative properties, Van 't Hoff introduced a factor is known as a Van 't Hoff factor, that is called iota. Iota nothing but the experimental colligative property value divided by calculated colligative property value. Are you getting my point? That means here what is the experimental value given in the question? 1.64 atm. But calculated value, in the calculated value we should not consider the Van 't Hoff factor. Okay, according to which we have 2.463 atm. Are you getting my point? So here what is the Van 't Hoff factor value? 0.665. Now what is the alpha degree of association? That will be 1 minus I upon 1 minus 1 by n, where n is the n value will be the 2, because dimer, because acetic acid, how many molecules of acetic acid? 2 molecules of acetic acid. What is the solvent here? Benzene. How the acetic acid exists in the solvent benzene? In the form of dimer. So here the n value 2, n value is 2. So alpha will be equal to 1 minus, what is the iota value? 0.665 whole divided by 1 minus 1 by 2. Are you getting my point? So 0.335 divided by 1 minus 1 by 2, nothing but what? 1 by 2. So finally alpha value equal to 0.67. That means 67%. This is the degree of association. Degree of association. Degree of association. Okay. Now question number 118. If 200 ml of a 0.2 molar barium chloride is mixed with 500 ml of a 0.1 molar sodium sulfate solution, calculate the osmotic pressure of a resulting solution at 300 Kelvin. Remember, here the two solutions are chemically reacting solutions. This is corresponding to what? Chemically reacting substances. Reacting substances. That is very, very important. Suppose when two substances are chemically reacting, what are the two substances here? Number 1, barium chloride. Number 2, sodium sulfate. Yes or no? Barium chloride combined with sodium sulfate, do you know? You will get a barium sulfate, a white color solid, that is a precipitate, and here sodium chloride. Barium chloride aqueous solution, sodium sulfate is also aqueous solution, but barium sulfate is an insoluble white color precipitate and sodium chloride is a aqueous solution. Yes or no? Now before reaction, after reaction. Before reaction, you know how many millimoles of barium chloride? 200 into 0.2. 200 into 0.2, that means 40 millimole. 40 millimole. And sodium sulfate will be 500 into 0.1, that is called 50 millimole. 50 millimole before reaction. But after addition of these two solutions, complete reaction, what is the limiting reagent here? What is the limiting reagent here? Barium chloride, and excess of reagent is what? Sodium sulfate. That means the barium chloride completely reacted and 10 millimoles of sodium sulfate will be formed, and 40 millimoles of barium sulfate will be formed, and 80 millimoles of sodium chloride will be formed. Why I am writing the 80? Because the stoichiometry will be 2. So 2 into 40, 80. Remember here barium sulfate will be solid state, so it will not affect the colligative property because it is completely crystalline solid. Okay. Now what is the concentration remaining in the solution? Concentration of Na2SO4. How many millimoles of sodium sulfate is left to? 10 millimoles. And total volume of a solution in milliliter will be 200 plus 500, that will be the 700. And what will be the concentration of sodium chloride? Sodium chloride, how many millimoles will be there? 80. Total volume of the solution again 200 plus 500, 700. Okay. Now what is the sodium sulfate iota Vanta factor will be 3. For sodium chloride iota Vanta factor will be what? 2. Are you getting my point? Let's suppose this is the Vanta factor I1, this will be Vanta factor I2. Here the concentration C1, here the concentration C2. Okay. Now the pi value equal to C1 iota 1 plus C2 iota 2 into RT, because R constant and T constant. Okay. So pi equal to C1 value 10 upon 700 into iota value 3 plus C2 value 80 upon 700 into iota, that is a Vanta factor value 2, whole multiplied by R value, that is 0.0821 into temperature value, that will be the 300 Kelvin. So the final answer osmotic pressure will be 6.685 atm. 6.685 atm. Okay. Now question number 119. Decimolar solution. Decimolar solution. What is the meaning of a decimolar? That means 0.1 molar of what? Potassium ferrocyanide. Just now in this class I explained the formula of a potassium ferrocyanide. What is the formula of a potassium ferrocyanide? K4FeCN taken 6. Yes or no? What is the degree of ionization of potassium ferrocyanide alpha, which is nothing but 50%, nothing but 0.5. When it will decomposes, that means when it undergo ionization, potassium ferrocyanide, how it dissociated? We know it is a complex. So the square bracket, entire square bracket, it is considered as a complex species or complex ion. Okay. So there are 4 potassium ions outside the square bracket, complex ion, and only one square bracket it is treated as a single species. Okay. Total number of ions 4 plus 1, 5. So iota value equal to 1 plus alpha into n minus 1. This is the Vanta factor. Okay. Now here iota equal to 1 plus alpha value 0.5 into n minus 1, 5 minus 1. 5 minus 1, 4. 4 5s are 20, but 0.5. So 2 plus 1, 3. So iota value here how much? 3. Yes or no? So the pi value equal to ICST or ICRT. Okay. Now here what is the iota value? 3. Concentration 0.1 molar. S value 0.0821 liter atm per mole per Kelvin, and the temperature value will be 300 Kelvin. So here the osmotic pressure value equal to how many atmospheres? 7.389 atmospheres. Okay. But in the question, find the osmotic pressure in SI unit. SI unit nothing but Pascal, otherwise Newton per meter square. So we know 1 atmosphere value 1.01325 into 10 to the power 5 Newton per meter square, otherwise Pascal. Okay. So Newton per meter square, that is the SI unit for the pressure. So pi value equal to 7.389 multiplied by, instead of 1 atm I am writing 1.01325 into 10 raised to 5 Newton per meter square or Pascal. Okay. So this value 7.48 into 10 to the power 5 Newton per meter square, otherwise Pascal. So this is the SI unit for the pressure. Which unit for the pressure? SI unit. Yes or no? And last one more question is there, that is the question number 120. What is the question number 120? Osmotic pressure of 40% weight by volume urea is 1.64 atm, and that of 3.42% weight by volume cane sugar is 2.46 atm. When equal volumes of the above two solutions are mixed, then what is the osmotic pressure of a resulting solution? Here, when two solutions of equal or same volume are mixed, then final volume becomes double, because when two solutions of same volume are added, what is the final volume of the resulting solution? Become double. Okay, now what is the osmotic pressure formula? Pi is equal to C into RT or N by V into RT. Yes or no? Here I am not taking the Van Tap factor because both have Van Tap factor unity. Yes or no? Now you see, number of moles constant, R value constant, T value also constant. Okay, now shall I write the pi into V is equal to constant. Pi into V is equal to constant. Okay, now here what I am writing here, the final osmotic pressure and final volume will be equal to pi 1 V1 plus pi 2 V2. Yes or no? Now final osmotic pressure will be equal to pi 1 V1 plus pi 2 V2 by V final. What is the final volume here? Final volume nothing but V1 plus V2. Yes or no? And one more important thing, what is the V1 value? Let's suppose V. V2 value is also V, because both the solutions having equal volume. That's why both the solutions volume V1, V2 will be equal to V. So final volume V plus V becomes 2V. So final osmotic pressure, pi 1 value 1.64 into volume V, and second solution osmotic pressure 2.46 into volume V by total volume V plus V, that will be the 2V. So take the common V outside. So final osmotic pressure will be equal to 4.10 upon 2. That will be equal to 2.05 atmospheres. 2.05 atmospheres.